Welcome to the Seahawkers podcast, the inaugural edition of Behind Enemy Lines. I am your host, Adam Emmer, along with my good buddy, Clinton Bonner. Clinton, what are we up to today? Because this is something a little different than what we've did in the last few years.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do was we wanted to put something out that was a bit more short form, first and foremost. But I would say even before that, so more foremost is get some perspectives of some other creators out there who happen to be our opponents. So we're going to be bringing on an awesome dude called Young Heavy, who is a great 49ers creator. He's out on YouTube. He's a real knowledgeable guy, and I happen to like him a lot. Met him a couple of years ago. You know, hey, we can't all be perfect, Adam. He is a 49ers fan, but he is faithful.
I have flaws too.
True fact. You and I are going to be at Lumen Field. You and I will probably have a beer in our hands. So when we hear Young Heavy's good words, maybe we'll be watching with a bit more intent, my man.
Absolutely. A little bit more information. So without further ado, let's bring on Young Heavy. Let's go.
Let's get him here. What's up, Young? How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I appreciate y'all once again for inviting me on, man, to talk Niner football. I'm excited that football is back. It's been very long.
Yes,
but we're here.
It has. Happy returns that we are back. And so I sent you this on Twitter the other day. So this is the best of the West test, right? And Young, I got to tell you, I was so happy that how this thumbnail came out, but I was also so mad how good it looked. I was like, oh my gosh, that picture of Brock is too darn good. But
yeah, you're getting your pay docked on this one, bud.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sue me for what, as Balboa would say, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're excited to have you on, man. So again, a bit of a quick fire. We got some questions lined up for you. Are you ready to hit us with your knowledge?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Right,
I'm always ready.
Let's go. Perfect. All right, Adam, question one, bud. Go ahead.
All right, question one, Young. So this offseason, both of our teams had big changes, and you guys specifically on defense, a lot of starters leaving, trying to shed some salary, bringing in a lot of rookies that your guys are going to be leaning on fairly heavily. Of that rookie class that you have on defense, which of those guys do you have the most confidence in terms of being able to contribute early and often? And the guys that maybe you're a little bit more concerned about?
Okay, so I'll start with the good. So the rookies that I think that could really make an impact from the beginning, there are three of them that I like the most. That's been Mikael Williams. That was our first round pick out of Georgia, the defensive end. CJ West, the third round pick that we took out of Indiana, the defensive tackle. And Upton Style, the nickel corner that we took, I want to say, out of Western Kentucky.
That's
I think
correct,
we took him in the third round too as well, or it might have been the fifth round, one or the other. But those three stood out to me the most because of just their mentality coming into training camp, starting even from OTAs, and the players have been very high on all three of them. All three of them has made a name for themselves. Mikael Williams, will use him a lot in the run game on earlier downs. Third downs, we're going to kick him inside like we did with Ark Armstead, use him to be able to rush against guards and centers. My favorite one out of them, though, is CJ West. I just like his whole mentality, the bio. He had the bio. He hates quarterbacks. He wears T-shirts that said he hates quarterbacks. I said, you know what? You were born to be a Niner. Like, you just got that Niner mentality, that dog mentality. And Upton Style, too. Upton Style got a really good chance to really make a name for himself in the nickel position because, we're trying to use Lenore more on the outside. We would like to use Lenore in the nickel because he's great there, too. But we like, Lenore, we paid you a lot of money to, be an outside corner. So let's try to get a nickel corner in there that can fit that position where we won't have to use you so much there. And I'll give you one more name that we drafted, I want to say in the fifth round. That was Marcus Siegel out of Kansas State, the safety. He's made a huge name for himself. And I believe he's going to start against y'all. Kyle and John is trying to be like, oh, we don't know who we're going to start at safety. We give you one, but we're trying to decide between him and Jair Brown. But I think he's going to end up taking Jair Brown's spot and being our starting free safety. Yeah. So those are the ones that I like. Now, a rookie that I'm a little nervous about, he had a little flash, but he's hurt, which is Jordan Watkins, the receiver that we drafted out of Ole Miss. Mm-hmm. Gave us some little bit of flashes in the Broncos practice, but he got a high ankle sprain. And it's putting him out for a month. And that's not a place you want to be at, especially with receiver and a rookie with Kyle Shanahan. You got to be available. Because then if you're not available, Kyle Shanahan will look right past you and it's going to be the next man up. Perfect. So I'm kind of a little low on that. Injuries is not a good thing. So hopefully he can bounce from that because we need a receiver that can take the top off the defense. We haven't had one since Marquise Goodwin, and that was back in 2017, 2018.
Right.
We
And
need, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, you guys, you re-sign. You take MBS off of Seattle's hands. He can still burn a bit as well. We'll see how much love he gets, and we're going to talk a bit about some other Niners receivers too. Adam, I know you were reacting to some of those names, especially one of them. Why don't you tell Young, why one of them is actually near and dear to us?
Well, I'll tell you, CJ West going to the Niners this year in the draft hurt my feelings, like personally, because Brandon and I, we went down to Shrine Bowl Young, and we got to do some player interviews. And our first interview was with CJ West, and he was freaking awesome. What a cool dude. And he was dominant down there throughout practices. And I was really hoping that maybe there was a way he wound up here. Said he's with you guys. So great pick as one of the guys you have some confidence in, because I would too.
Yeah,
sure. He got a chance to be a great player for us. His just mentality is very strong, and I like that we addressed what we needed early in the draft. Normally we kind of fool around after the first pick, but Saleh made it clear. Okay, run defense was a huge issue for us last year, huge. So he said, how do you address that? You go get a defensive end that's great at setting the edge against the run. You go get a defensive tackle that is great at stopping the run. You can definitely good as a pass rusher with CJ West, and then you go get Alfred Collins. I haven't spoken on Alfred Collins
big boy.
Yeah, huge. But I heard he's starting to come around now and starting to get things better. He could be a great run stopper for us too. Got to be more polished as a pass rusher, but right now his job is to just clog them holes and stop the run to let our linebackers do our thing. I forgot one more rookie that kind of started out slow. He started to pick up more too, and that's Nick Martin, the linebacker that we drafted from Oklahoma State. He has been, his first preseason game was like, whoa, Nick, you might look like you a little over your head a little bit. But then the second and the third game, you can see that he's quick to pick up from his mistakes. He likes to clear his things pretty quickly. And plus, you got to be on your game when you're next to Fred Warner. Fred Warner will motivate you to get it together.
Yes, he will.
So
yes, he will.
I do. I like our rookie class. I would honestly say this is probably one of the best rookie classes we probably drafted since Kyle and John has been.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
We could see it in your shoulders. You're getting all in the feels in a good way, Young. But I get you. You get excited. This is your team, and you get excited about your rookie class. I have been hearing great things about up and Stout, and but real 10 seconds on Michael. He was injured. Is he healthy? Is he out there starting? I know he had a bit of a knee thing. Is he going to be out there Sunday?
Yeah, he was full participation. Him and CJ West. CJ West. The only person y'all won't see is, of course, Ayuk and Jordan Watkins. Everybody else is full go. Everybody else will be out there.
All right, let us move on to question 2. Good job there. All right, so next question. Tell us something about this team that, look, the average Seahawks fan, we're passionate fans. We love our team. We go deep into our team. We can tell you who the third string center is, right, and all that. Give us a player, a system, a coach, something that like, hey, you don't know about this, but you should watch out for this guy or this thing. What would you say to Seahawks fans we got to know about?
A coach that really, you might hear about him, but I think he should get his flowers a little more, is Chris Kusarek. That's our defensive line coach. He's very good at making defensive linemen who they are. And if you come through the Niners, if you look at our history, if you came through here and you got coached under Chris Kusarek, we more than likely got you paid. Which, if it was, it was a defensive lineman that y'all took from us a few years back. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He had 8 sacks for us back in 2020.
Oh God, I was so in love with him. He did nothing with us. Who was that?
Oh gosh, what was his name?
With an H.
What was his name for the tongue too?
Kerry Hyder.
Hyder. Yeah, Hyder.
Yeah, there it is.
Had 8 sacks for us in 2020. We were down, but he had a solid year for us. He's another one. It's somebody else that went to the Jags that was pretty good after he left us too, that got paid. Can't remember his name either. He was a defensive end. I don't know why these names not coming to me. And then we had another one that went to the Chiefs, unfortunately, and won a Super Bowl. But he was Charles Omenihu. He was really good for us too. And then he went to the Chiefs, was productive with them, and won a Super Bowl. Chris Kusarek, his name is known, but I think it should be on a different level because defensive linemen really become studs with us. DJ Jones. DJ Jones is another one that went to Denver and got paid. He was a great defensive tackle for us. So I think that He just know how to get defensive linemen to take their game to another level. If you were not good somewhere else, Chris Kusera can make you at least a name serviceable where another team, if you don't stay with us, another team could use you. Sorry on Hyder that he wasn't, he wasn't anything
That's
for you,
our
you
bad.
know?
Or us.
So I apologize for that. But normally the defensive linemen normally leave us and they'd be pretty good. They'd be pretty good because Chris Kusera get them pretty to go. If that was one person I would have to name that you guys don't know about, it's him. If he was, I think the Niners should give him an all-time high contract. Like he can't never leave the building. He was one coach I would be highly upset if he left. I would be upset.
Overall, that's very interesting. It really parlays into the rookie class and putting so much emphasis on rookies that are going to be across your line. So we're going to be there live. So we'll see how that all manifests on Sunday. But very, very cool, very cool, deep question because again, the average Seahawks fans not going to know that guy, but we love that you are giving the flowers. All right, Adam, take it to number 3, bud.
All right, Young. So each and every season, it feels as if the 49ers can't get through an offseason without one of their receivers feeling a certain kind of way about their contract. And this year, it was 3rd and Juwan Jennings, who I actually love his game. I really do. We didn't see him. Apparently there was a calf injury. It sounded more like a wallet injury to me, but hey, whatever. I know he just reported back into camp here and what was it, 2 days ago or a day ago? So just a few days to get ready for Sunday. How much of Juwan Jennings are we actually going to see in this game? Is he going to be a full go?
Kyle said he's going to be a full go. He's just keeping him limited for right now. But Kyle said he expects him to play and he expects Juwan to be Juwan. And here's my thing on Juwan. I'm not knocking you for trying to get your money, but you were great for us last year because you had an opportunity because we had some receivers that were down. But if you want $20 million a year, you got to show that, And I said about a month ago, I said for both sides to win. Because the Niners looking at, listen, we just gave Kittle money. We just gave Warner money. And we just gave Brock a big contract. We're not about to give you a big contract too, dude. But I feel like for them to meet in the middle, you put some incentives in his contract. That way he can earn a little more. And that's what they did today. They gave him an extra, I think, $3.5 million incentives in his contract where he can almost earn $11 million, which will put him in a position to say, okay, I have something to play for now. So I can earn some incentives. And then if you do what you need to do, I'm sure the Niners will take care of him because we want Juwan. We don't want him to go anywhere. But I'm like, come on, $20 million, dude. You want to get paid that? You had a good year, but it ain't $20 million worth for you to try to get that contract. And it's like, once I thought we was out to win the contracts, I said, oh, here we go again. We got another receiver that ain't happy with his contract. Here we go again. So it was cool that we got it done and got it out of the way, and now we can get the season rolling. But yeah, 3rd and Juwan, he'll be there. He'll be there Sunday.
Yeah, pretty talented dude. And I also know that he got a bump last year. I know that was one of the points of contention too from the 49ers perspective. It was like, we just gave you a raise last year and extended it.
Just gave you some money.
Right. Yeah. But good for him. So he holds out. He gets to skip most camp. He gets a little extra incentives and he'll be back out there Sunday. And I'm with Adam. I happen to like him as a footballer. My sports hate will flow to the Niners, but I think that dude's clutch, and he's a dog. He's a real good contested catcher, and more than just that. And he's been a pain in our ass for sure. All right, so that's Juwan. That's okay, Adam. I know you got another question about maybe a slightly more, even more known and slightly more known 49er. What do you got for Young?
Well, we all know that CMC is the straw that stirs the drink for the 49ers offense. Out of CMC's Achilles, Young, which one keeps you up at night more? Is it the left one or is it the right one? Or are you good? Are you feeling good about it?
It was honestly both of them, but I got to believe Kyle. Kyle's around him every day, and Kyle said that he looks like himself from 2 years ago. A matter of fact, a lot of people have said that, and he said that today in his press conference. Kyle said that Christian's not a liar. If Christian said he's who he was 2 years ago and he's 100% healthy and ready to go, Kyle said, I believe it. He's not going to lie to me. And Kyle sees it every day. So it's like, do we need Christian McCaffrey? Absolutely. Even here's my thing. Even if Christian is not who he was 2 years ago, If I can get Christian at 85%, I'll take that. You know what I mean? Because he is an older running back. He is in his 30s now. And running backs eventually start to decline. You're not going to be who you once was. But if we can get you at 85%, I'll take that all day. Because you saw last year how much we missed him, especially in the red zone. Getting down the field wasn't the hard part. It was in the red zone where we seen how much he made a difference because we was able to line him up everywhere, running back, receiver, and make him a threat to anybody. So it's exciting to have him back. I can say that, yeah, you good now, but I'll see once the game start and Kyle give him a few carries and be like, all right, CMC, you ready to go. But hopefully Kyle doesn't burn him out. Hopefully, because we don't need that anymore.
Yeah. Well, what worried me the most about the reports is it sounded like last year he went to Germany and he did the voodoo witch doctor thing like Kobe did.
Yeah,
and
Kobe, yeah.
And was doing the same after that. Like, it always feels like it's the last chance, so not calling Christian a liar or nothing. He may feel real good. I don't know, man. I got to see it to believe it. And maybe he'll show us on Sunday, hopefully, from our perspective. But yeah. But yeah.
The thing you said there that stuck with me, Young, is that like, hey, yeah, it's one thing for the coach to say, well, Christian won't be a liar. It's another thing for an NFL coach to actually talk about the truth about injuries. They just don't do it. They do not share the actual truth on injuries.
Yeah, they're not.
I understand why, but none of them do. And then you get people that say, oh, this guy's more honest. Like, no, he's not. He just says things differently. He uses less words or more flowery language or more direct language. They don't give away anything. So proof will be in the pudding, and you guys go get Brian Robinson basically for a song, right?
We needed some insurance.
For sure. So
it's good too. He's good.
Adam Peters, man.
It's a nice move. So, all right. So we got two more questions for you. So we want to do a little fill in the blank here. Answer this however you like. Let's start with one that you're going to like. The San Francisco 49ers win this game if ... What's got to happen for the Niners to take the W week 1 in Lumen?
Can I use? I have a few things, but can I use multiple answers?
Yeah, Young, that is a blank space, my man. You
cool.
color it the way you want to.
Okay, well, first, of course, we got to run the ball. That's one of our biggest emphasis. We got to establish the run game. 2, also, we got to be able to stop the run. Y'all are a team that love to run the football with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. I always pronounce his name wrong. Is that how you say it?
You nailed it.
Yeah. So y'all got 2 running backs that definitely do damage, and we got to be able to eliminate y'all running the ball. And the third thing, Brock Purdy has to be better in the fourth quarter. There were a few games last year, including against y'all, where he wet the bed in the fourth quarter. And now that you got paid, you got paid the money you got paid, which you deserve. You done enough to earn that check, but you got paid that check for when the fourth quarter come around, because this is the divisional game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy coming up in the 12th man beating y'all. It's not going to be easy at all. So if it's a tight game, which I expect it to be, Brock, you're going to have to perform in the fourth quarter. I believe if we do those 3 things, then we can come out and win this game.
All right. I like that. Good. Thank you for the honest answers there too. All right. So the one you might not like as much, but we want to get your perspective on it is, hey, why might this be a sad Sunday for you, Young Heavy and 49ers faithful? The Seahawks win this game if what goes wrong for the Niners or goes right for Seattle to take it?
Well, there's a few things. Y'all establishing a run will be one of them. Mike McDonald would be number 2 because he did a good job against our offense when he was a Ravens defensive coordinator. And he did pretty good the second time we played y'all. Y'all defense was really good the second time we played y'all. So he's had good success against us. So if he comes out and outcoaches Kyle Shanahan defensively, that will put y'all in a great position to win that game. And our offensive line, if our offensive line is shaky as well, Trent Williams can't block everybody. So everybody else got to come do their part. I think those are 3 things that could hurt us, and we could eventually lose that game if y'all come to play in those aspects.
All right. Well, perfect. Adam, what you got, bud?
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, those sound a lot like the things we were talking about coming into this matchup. And, as you mentioned, Young, a division game right out the gate. Like, it's going to be electric. I'm fired up for it, man. And I'm with you. It's been too long. And you do a great job with everything you do. Tell us a little bit about Sports After Dark and all the different things that you do there.
Oh, Sports After Dark, man. I started back in 2021 with my co-host, Christopher Lewis, my wife, Ashley Baker. We started this over like 3 years ago, where this was a Twitter space type of thing. We would do Sunday, Monday, Thursday after football and let everybody come up and give their takes on what their team did Sunday or Monday. We would talk about the primetime game and then recap all the games that happened and let everybody, talk about the game. If you won, if you lost, it's a lot of trash talk going on in there too. It get a little crazy in there with the trash talking, depending on what team played whose team. And then it kind of advanced to us going to a YouTube channel where you see Sports After Dark After Hours, where we would do a show personally where it's just, me, Ashley, and Chris, where we would just talk about different topics that have happened during the week, whether if it's basketball, whether if it's football, baseball. That's more in depth with sports in general. And then we advance to playback, where playback is where we kind of do that kind of more once the NBA season is rolling around. When we have certain NBA games that's prime time, we'll get on playback and go live and be on camera, watch the game with a lot of our Sports After Dark family. It's always a good time. We tell people to bring your drink, you bring your beer. If you don't want to come up there and get a mic, you can bring a beer and sit in the listeners, especially football season. It's very entertaining. You guys will have a good time listening in on that. It's very entertaining.
Love it. Love it. So make sure you're subscribing to Sports After Dark out on YouTube and just go follow Young Heavy out on Twitter. Is what Young Heavy 24 is the handle, right?
Yeah. You see Sports After Dark is right in there too.
Absolutely.
You can follow the Sports After Dark page.
Go follow both. He's a great follower on Twitter. He definitely keeps it real. Has a lot of fun out there. Definitely does some smack talking. Always, but always in the right spirit and understanding that we love our teams. We're going to defend our teams and we're going to do some smack talk and have a lot of fun as we do them. So, Young, thank you so much. I would say good luck, but I just don't mean it.
I totally understand it.
But we very much appreciate you. We'll say goodbye for now. Then we're going to wrap. But thank you so much. And let's of course, let's have you back later in the year. Hey, how about this? Hopefully, week 8. Thank you, dude. Hopefully, week 18 matters for both of our teams, and we get to do this.
That would be dope.
And we'll do this again. All right, man?
And I think they're going to be doing our rival jerseys too, right?
Yes, I think so. I think all the way down there, which for the record, I don't want to admit, but I think yours are cooler than ours.
But you know what? The Oregon Duck thing is pretty dope.
I like the details. I like the deep.
Everybody in Seattle feels this. There's a lot of Huskies fans that aren't exactly stoked to be the Seattle Ducks.
Well, I mean, I get why they feel that way. The Husky fans,
Yeah,
I like the detail. I appreciate some of the detail in the new Seahawks alts, but the Niners ones I think are pretty cool with the fonts and the black jerseys, which came out.
Well, they
sharp.
had to get it right because the first black ones were terrible. When we wore back, they were terrible.
Yeah, they
terrible.
were no good.
And that was the first thing I said. I said if they gonna do black again, they better do better than the first ones because the first ones was terrible.
Perfect, man. We'll leave it there. Thank you, Young. Always good to chat, man. And we will stay even more in touch this year throughout, and we'll keep the smack talk super vibrant, dude. But have fun this Sunday. How about that?
Hey, always, man. And win or loss after the game, if y'all want to come get a mic at Sports After Dark on Twitter Spaces, I'll definitely send y'all an invite. Y'all can come speak y'all piece on the game. Y'all
That's
always
cool.
welcome, man.
That's cool. Thanks a ton.
Appreciate y'all, man.
You got it. All right. Awesome. So Adam, very excited that you got to meet him because I've known him for a bit now. And I'm always like, this guy's a character. He knows his team. He's passionate about his team. And I don't know, those are the kind of people that I tend to gravitate towards, man.
Oh, heck yeah. No, fantastic interview. Appreciate Young a ton. Very vibrant and a smart dude as well. And appreciate that a ton. I can't believe this game is here finally, man. Like, I can't freaking wait. I'm so fired up, Clinton.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is something we're going to try and do with again, creators to get their perspective. Tell us in the comments if you like this. It's meant to be a little shorter form, a little faster. And of course, we still got our long form Seahawkers What If, where Mr. Phil comes with the crafted themes every single week. You see that on screen right now, youtube.com/Seahawkers podcast. Go look for that thumb. that video is performing real well. And I know why it's performing well, because Mr. Phil comes up with these really unique topics, and you and I go back and forth and answer 6 questions, and we have no idea what they're going to be about. And we take a little pride in the fact that we think it's quite a unique way to preview the show.
Oh yeah, man. If you want to check out, as Clinton said, the most unique preview show, hit the head up, man, because you hear the same talking head stuff over and over and over again. We try to have some fun with it. Phil does a great job.
Sure
and I'm really looking forward to the effort that you've put in to make this happen, Clinton. This Behind Enemy Lines edition that we're going to try to do each and every week here. And I can't wait, man. It's been fun. And having Young come on and be the first guest, like, the bar's high, guys. Like, so we'll see what the rest of them look like here.
That's it, dude. All right, I'm getting on a plane in a couple of hours. I'm going to be seeing you in less than a day, and it's time for the NFL season to kick off, buddy. It is here. I will be seeing you in a few hours, and we'll be going up to Lumen, and we will be, I think, celebrating a really, really cool Sunday together there, Adam.
Oh, it's going to be a ball. Wave to me when you fly over top of me driving across the Scab lands tomorrow. And, man, I'm looking forward to this dub. I think this is a win. I do. I feel it in my soul. Like, I feel like this is the way this season is going to start, 1-0 against the dirty, dirty Bay Area Niners.
And I think with that,
there's only one thing left to say.
go Hawks.
Go Hawks.